Don't you just love a good romance anime that leaves you wanting more? Well, I don't know about you guys, but I do. But you know what else I enjoy watching? A romance anime where our MC is a bad boy that actually sets aside his differences and falls in love with a girl. I find that really cute. Anyway guys, if you're here from the main channel, then shoutouts to you. But if this is your first time watching me, then please be sure to subscribe and join a great community as we grow. With that being said, let's get into the video.
Of course not. You're all mine. My maid, that is.
Number 10. Maid-sama. President of the Student Council and the almost all-boys Seiga High School, the hard-as-nails Mitsuka Ayuzawa works every day to make life easier on the small population of co-eds who have enrolled here. Though an unholy terror to all things male during school hours, in order to provide for her impoverished family, she secretly works after school at a maid cafe in Akihabara. However, when campus hottie Usui Takumi wanders into the restaurant during her shift, suddenly she finds her reputation in school at his mercy. The journey of Misaki and Usui is filled with turmoil, but it's a very entertaining one. It's great to watch as these two characters who at first know very little of each other get to know one another. The two central characters have very similar, but also very unique personalities, and it's both frustrating and enthralling to watch, that I don't think I was ever bored with the series, even going from episode to episode.
じゃあまずは3回回ってお手からのワンだな。
さっきと顔違う?
Number 9. Wolf Girl and Black Prince. Everyone knows that lies can come back to bite you, but when Erika makes up a fake boyfriend to impress her new classmates, the results may literally end up hounding her forever. Yes, it was dumb, but what were the odds that the random guy whose picture she used would turn out to be a student at her own school? Or that said faux boyfriend's silence would come with such a horrible price? Now, Erika doesn't just have to run and fetch at Kyoya Sato's command, she has to bark too, because he's literally treating her like a dog, and she just has to roll over and take it, or he'll tell everyone the truth. But that's not the worst part, because even though this wolf in Hunk's clothing has Erika collared, she may be starting to have real feelings for him anyway. I mean, I had a few laughs sometimes, but there was something about Erika personally that kind of pissed me off sometimes, so just a warning before you go into this.
We should compete during a challenge, but on a happy occasion, we should celebrate. At least that's how I think it should be.
Hikari.
We have to celebrate it, like a festival. With everybody.
Everybody?
Number 8. Special A. Ever since their first meeting at 6 years old, Hikari Hanazono has struggled to defeat her rival Kei Takashima at anything, whether it be athletics or academics. To date, she has proven unsuccessful, resulting in Kei constantly referring to her as second place. In reality, Kei has been in love with Hikari for quite some time, but Hikari remains completely oblivious to the fact. Now, as the top 2 students in a prestigious academy, the duo continues their long-running competition as part of the school's elite class of 7, the Special A. I enjoyed this series. It was full of laughs and about 4 different romances that you have to enjoy. The characters were all different, which made the story very fun. And there was a romance that you would not expect. But that one was my favorite.
なんだ。そっか。俺もだよ。俺、お前のこと好きだった。
Number 7. Blue Spring Ride. At the end of her first year of high school, the main heroine, Futaba, suddenly has a chance encounter with her first love, Tanaka Ko. 3 years ago, he transferred schools before she was able to say how she felt about him. After meeting each other again, Futaba realizes that he has gone through many changes. He acts more cool, and even had his last name changed to Mabuchi. Gradually, the two rekindle their love while piecing together what had happened in the time that they were apart. This anime was really beautiful. It isn't complete, but the manga finished it off beautifully. I recommend you read the manga. If you watch Blue Spring Ride, then you'll definitely love the manga as well.
Wait, this isn't isn't the way to the studio.
Whoever said we were going there?
Then where are we going?
I'm taking you to paradise.
Number 6. Paradise Kiss. Yukari is a typical high school student on the fast track to attending a university, but her boring life leaves much to be desired. That is, until a motley crew of fashion design students ask her to model their new clothing line, Paradise Kiss. Now, Yukari must choose if she will reject the life her mother has laid out for her, and start making her own choices for the first time. While taking her first steps into adulthood, Yukari also begins to realize that with freedom comes responsibility. A life in the fashion industry isn't an easy one, especially with someone unsure of her own intentions. Paradise Kiss is really deep, man. It's a rich vein of character development that is unearthed from beginning to end. At the crux of the series is a relationship between the naive Yukari and the almost narcissistic George, who she can't resist. He treats her badly, and she distrusts her own emotions, but yet they continue their dysfunctional dance. Like a handful of other series before it, it portrays a very realistic look at adult relationships.
なんか悩みとかあったら聞くよ。
は？
っていうか、なんでも私もさっき聞いてもらったし。
悩みなんかないっちゅうの。
またそんな笑顔。
Number 5. We Were There. Yano Motoharu is the most popular guy in class, the school's basketball ace, and highly charismatic to boot. No wonder Nanami Takahashi can't resist falling in love with him. When Yano returns Nana's feelings, things seem too good to be true, and the two begin a relationship. But Yano has a contradictory personality, which confuses Nana most of the time. On top of that, tragic events in Yano's past won't stop haunting their relationship. Unable to halt their passionate feelings, are Yano and Nana headed for disaster? Or can they save each other from irreparable hurt? I'll say this about it. This is probably an example of relationship toxicity at its finest. And I was stuck in a love-hate relationship, wanting them to stay together, but at the same time break apart. The ending made me want more. But when I thought about it, I didn't want any more of it.
I guess this is the only place I'll be able to study in peace and quiet. Welcome! When I opened the door, I found the host club.
Number 4. Ouran High School Host Club. Ouran High School is a school for the extremely wealthy, or in Haruhi's case, the extremely talented. But no amount of talent will help when Haruhi accidentally drops an 8 million yen vase in a music room. The vase was the property of Ouran High School Host Club, a group of attractive young men who, for a fee, provide their time and affections for their lovesick clientele, the female students. Fascinated by this strange new specimen, a poor and clumsy commoner, they force Haruhi to work for them until the debt is repaid. But they get a lot more than they bargained for. I honestly don't know what to say, except I loved it. I didn't really like the shoujo genre, but this was the anime that made me more open to it when I watched it on Netflix.
Hey, don't pick a fight over something stupid just because your ego got bruised.
If you're one to talk, you delinquents think that making threats solves everything! I'll use my waves, so play nice.
Number 3. Fruits Basket. Toru Honda thought her life was headed for misfortune when a family tragedy left her living in a tent. When her small home is discovered by the mysterious Soma clan, she suddenly finds herself living with Yuki, Kyo, and Shigure Soma. But she quickly learns their family has a bizarre secret of their own. When hugged by the opposite sex, they turn into animals of the zodiac. This was without a doubt an extremely enjoyable series. As I sit there and watch Fruits Basket, I would find myself laughing and having fun, speculating who might start to like having little Toru around next. And I don't know, it's just a great series, and the second season of it is just as good so far.
Seal the contract! He will have no choice. All right, Tomoe. Help me right now, jerk! Curse you!
Number 2. Kamisama Kiss. Nanami used to live in a ramshackle apartment with her father, a man who spent half his time gambling and the other half hiding from debt collectors. Until one day the scoundrel ran away, leaving his daughter hungry and homeless. That is, until she meets a mysterious stranger in the park who deems her the new goddess of a local shrine. Unfortunately, Nanami's new home is occupied by Tomoe, a fox familiar who objects to the presence of a mere mortal and immediately begins to bicker with the girl. If she can manage to form a contract with a troublesome man, he'll be obligated to accept and help her perform her duties. But there's a catch. Nanami has to kiss him first. And who'd want to lock lips with that? My teen romantic comedy, SNAFU. After being turned down by his unrequited crush, Hachiman Hikikaya is determined to live out the rest of his high school life single and socially turned out to avoid the folly of youth. But Hachiman's resolve is lacking compared to his guidance counselor, a woman determined to change the boy's ways. So much to his dismay, Hachiman is soon forced to reach out to those around him by joining a club dedicated to serving others. Alongside the cold but beautiful club president Yukino, eager Yui, and other new friends, Hachiman will try to stomach his new volunteer work and survive his ultimate fear, being involved in a typical high school romantic comedy. With the third season coming out soon, I had to put my favorite romance anime out there on this list. And also, because I want people to watch this anime, because it's one of the most in-depth character-based series ever. Plus, our MC Hachiman goes through so much, and the only two people that really have his back are Yukino and Yui. It's just a beautiful story that you guys need to experience. Oh, I'm shipping Yukino and Hachiman to end up together by the end. I don't care what anyone says. They are made for each other. With that being said, leave a like and hit that subscribe button if you guys enjoyed the video. And let me know what your favorite romance anime is, and if you're excited for that My Teen Romantic Comedy SNAFU Season 3 to come out.